report. Mr. Battalion. Yeah. Mr. Edel.
Yeah.
Mr. Britton. Mr. Cordy.
Here.
Okay. All right. Let's start off with the with Frank Palesta. We have do we have anybody from there? Okay, this is the fourth rescheduling. Okay, I'd like to entertain a.
I'll make a motion that we just put this to the record.
I second.
Okay. So that's Bob. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Discover Treasure LLC.
Discover Treasure LLC, they were on Zoom the last meeting for like more than an hour, and they complained that they didn't get through to talk. Our chief went there, or somebody from fire went there, right?
What was the location on this one?
That one, this one.
Discovered. Oh, this one here? Yes. Oh, okay. Yes, this one here, I had spoken with with the woman who owns the property. She has sent in invoices that she has moved the detector 48 inches from its original location. The cause of the alarm was steam coming out of the shower, because the detector was directly in front of the bathroom. So that has since been moved. And I'll leave it up to the board to decide what they want to do with that.
All right, so they've been in compliance with your recommendations?
Yes.
Right, okay. Yeah.
Do I have a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that the counter be set back to 0 and that the fine be removed.
Second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Very good.
Okay.
All right, now, we have Carolyn Morgan.
No, but you have a husband, Nicholas.
We'll take it. Step on up. And we're just going to need you to identify yourself on the record and give your address.
Nicholas Morgan. I'm husband of Carolyn Morgan. The address is 430 Butter Lane in Bridgehampton.
Okay, and raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth with knowledge of penalties for perjury?
I do.
You can address the board.
Good morning. Thanks for hearing our case. We rent our property, have done for 20 years, and the sole reason that we incur any false alarms is due to tenants who, no matter how much one tries, don't want to read or follow instructions that are given as part of their pack in coming to rent the property. My main point is that you should be fining people like us, but I object, and we object to the 5-year trailing $400 fine that doesn't get reset for the 60 months of the 5 years. It's not, in general, in my view, a recurring failing on the owners. It's a occupational hazard of renting, and quite honestly, tenants won't pay the $400, so we end up paying the fine. I think a lot of residents in the Hamptons don't use their alarms very much at all. It tends to be New York City people who are more concerned with setting alarms, and most of the alarm issues that we've experienced come from people who set the alarm and then for whatever reason it goes off accidentally, and they don't seem to have followed the instructions as to what the code is to tell the alarm company. So, I accept that if it's $400 for 5 years every time it happens, so be it. But I find that excessive, and your well-intended policy is in fact penalizing people who rent their properties and aren't able to recover these costs from tenants who quite reasonably find them excessive. So we've been in a situation where we've been paying, last year we paid 3 times $400 for the 3 times it happened. Happened again in February this year. A tenant objected. In the end, we decided we would eat it, or we would appeal, and I decided that we would appeal just to make the point that the 5 years is a long time to be paying $400 for something which is, we've tried to remedy from the point of view of making it clear. We have a simple password, the phone rings, just give the password. The police are not notified. It's important that you recognize this, don't waste police time. But nevertheless, we haven't been able to ensure that happens all the time.
But do you ask the tenant to pay the fine?
Yeah.
Do they pay it?
No, that's the point. They want to pay. They'll pay $100 or something.
Don't you have security on them?
Yeah, we do, but
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
the police are going out. It's really not our job to control the alarm.
As I said from the beginning, sir, I accept those issues.
I
but
know you- I
maybe the
heard
board
you.
is not aware that a good number of these, I suspect, are the experience that we have. And the experience that we have is that $100, $150, $200 we can pass on. $400, yes, we can try and pass it on, but people object, and you end up with a situation where you're either a hard-nosed landlord or you meet them halfway, as it were. But it comes across poorly, and
I would suggest you meet them halfway.
that's what we're doing.
You pay half, they pay half.
That's what we're doing. But I'm
Okay.
trying to educate them on what they need to be doing, and I find the 5-year period excessive. If you had it reset at the end of each fiscal year, that would seem to me to be better for us all.
Is it the same tenant every year?
No. I
Okay.
wish it was.
My thought is to
I would,
give them a break, and, but next time it doesn't happen.
I would recommend we knock it down to $200.
That's not our jurisdiction.
Well, no, it's okay. So
Yeah.
we can do a motion on that, sure.
Unless you want to go 4.
Well,
I mean, it's not, the police have got responding.
typically we, first time.
This ain't the first time.
No,
we
they
paid.
paid.
We
Well,
paid
no,
3.
it's the first time he's here.
He's here.
It's the
Oh,
first
he's
time
paid
you've
in
been
the past.
represented at one of these meetings, correct, sir?
That's correct.
So you've paid all of the prior
Yes, I have.
fines?
Yeah.
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 Oh, okay.
Do you know why the
Well,
alarm
they're all
went
paid.
off? There was a
Everything's
problem
paid.
when the
Okay,
police came
that's-
out the window?
That's fine.
It's just, it ramps
Are you
up,
familiar with it?
and it is. It's
What the
Okay.
police issue was?
I just,
A lot of the tenants set the alarm at night, and then they, for some reason, don't turn it off first thing in the morning, or they open a door and they are not quick enough. The alarm goes off, they start fiddling with the punch key, they don't know where their code is, the telephone rings, they're supposed to pick up the telephone and give them the code. I can't tell you how many people I tell, I go through the process with them. It happens again.
Okay.
I'm sure a lot of tenants do listen to it, and they deal with it as they're supposed to.
Right.
The issue in every single one of ours is not the owners, it's tenants.
It's the tenants.
And it's the 5-year, $400 seems to me to be excessive.
As far as the look back time for the 5 years or so, that's not our jurisdiction. That you had to take up before the town council.
Okay?
Yeah.
But I'll make the motion to forgive this fine and set the counter to 0.
I'll second it.
get a fine what? What was it?
Forgive the fine.
Forgive the fine and set the counter to 0. That gives you a clean slate, sir. And with a clean slate, that means we have looked at you and said, yeah, okay, we'll give this gentleman another chance. But I must say, sir, if you come up back next year with the same thing,
Well, my issue is not, I'm not going to do that. My issue is not with you gentlemen, as it turns out. It's with the 5-year.
Town boards.
I
so
don't
the
mind
town
it going
board
up to
sets the-
$400. I think that's probably reasonable. What I object to is it then being 5 years.
be happy it wasn't fire. It's a lot worse.
Well, you could take up with the
but-
town board.
But in any event, we have a motion on the thing. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Very good. Okay, Shane Grant. We have a Shane Grant, all right?
On Zoom.
Might be on Zoom.
I'm sorry, what are you saying?
It might be on
So he's
Zoom.
attending
Zoom call?
via Zoom. Can we put him on?
Yeah, the first time he declined to be a panelist, but let's see. Okay, now he's joining.
Good morning.
You want to swear him in there, Shane?
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can.
Yes, thank
Can you
Okay.
state your name and address for the record, please?
Shane Grant, 113 Parsonage Lane, Sagaponack, New York, 11962.
Great. And please raise your right hand so the board can see it on the camera. And do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth with knowledge of penalties for perjury?
I do.
Please address the board.
Firstly, board, thanks for hearing this appeal. This is fairly straightforward, and then you all will determine the appropriate course of action. Maybe just a few things. Firstly, I appreciate the intent of the policy you've got in place in terms of protecting the resources of the emergency services in the area. As a homeowner there, and I certainly appreciate the intent of the policy. Our situation is we received in quick succession, probably about 6 weeks ago, 4 false alarm notifications. All of those notifications were received after the 30-day appeal period, so maybe just an administrative item for the board to be aware of. The specific context of the false alarms, and I'm not disputing that there were alarms. Honestly, we weren't at the house, so I'm not trying to dispute that. We were having some work done on the house, so there were some contractors there, and my only guess is that the alarms were set off as a result of that work being done. As soon as we received these 4 notifications in quick succession, we notified the contractor to have more care with the process. As a second item for consideration, the process, as best I can understand it, is the alarm goes off. The alarm company then calls the emergency services, then calls us. As soon as we receive the call, we notify that the alarm is incorrect. And then the alarm company is calling the emergency service back. So we are killing the need for the emergency service as soon as we are finding out about it from the alarm company in that sequence. But the net result of all of that is we have 4 rather large bills, I think it's 4, that we would like to make a consideration for appeal. Certainly now the work on the house is finished, and actually my family are there right now. I will be heading back there later this week. And we haven't had any since that process is finished, but we wanted to come to this body and ask for some forgiveness on those alarms.
Mr. Grant, were the construction being done on a house that covers all of the alarms?
Yes.
Okay. Can you give us documentation from a contractor that they were there working over those periods of time? They will
over the date periods.
Yeah, and that they were working on site the days of the alarms.
I can certainly ask them.
Okay.
Tell me why that's useful.
Well, a billing or something, we want some documentation that supports what you're saying.
Okay. Yeah, I can certainly confirm that they were working at the house at that time. Yeah, no problem. I can get that.
And the question with the fire department also is, it's the law, right? That if there is a fire alarm, you cannot cancel the fire alarm. The fire department, or fire marshal, or fire chief has to come out. They have to respond. You can't call up you can't call up the alarm company and say it was a false alarm. Do not send them. They will come out.
Can I ask you a question on that? This is for my knowledge. My understanding, and because I did inquire with the alarm company on this, is they are required to call the fire department before they call us.
That I don't know.
That's correct.
Once the alarm company notifies the fire department, they have to respond.
Yes,
Whether
but
they
my
call you-
specific
whether
question
they
is
call
they are
you or
required
not.
to call the alarm company before they call us.
So it doesn't make any difference because once they get an alarm, they have to respond even if they call you.
Right, that they're not calling the owner first
No, they're not.
They're
legally
calling-
because they're legally not allowed to do
notifying the
that.
fire department first.
Mr. Grant, by code, they have to notify emergency services first.
Yes, yes,
Then
and
whoever is on the emergency contact after that.
yes, exactly, and that's what I learned. And I appreciate that from a sort of a property protection point of view.
About the same.
But it also means if the alarm goes off, there's just if it's false, there's no way to drag back the resources.
I show 3. Are you showing 4 alarms or 3?
He's saying 3 because
The first
He's
one,
saying 4.
because,
2023.
Oh.
because that's the 0.
It's the last
First should be a 0 on there. He's
Okay.
got 3
That's
charges.
right.
It's all in the same period.
Okay, yeah, but there was another one at
Prior.
another time,
Oh,
way back when.
In-
But what
in
I'm saying
23.
is,
in 23.
I want to handle this like we always handle it, If I can get that motion.
If you
Yeah,
look
so-
at the police reports, those state about the customers.
I did see that, yeah.
So motion to forgive and set the counter to 0?
We don't want documentation then.
We don't need documentation.
Okay.
Fine.
All right, I'm looking for a second.
I'll second.
Okay.
I appreciate that. Thank you to the board.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, now you can thank the board. There you
All
go.
right, thanks to the board.
Thank you very kindly, Mr. Grant.
Very good. Thanks so much. Bye bye.
Okay, Ross Haberman.
He might be also on Zoom, I'm not sure.
Yep.
Is that possible that we have him on Zoom?
Ross is here. Declined to be promoted the first time. Let's see. I don't know if they want to talk.
Okay.
I'm going to ask him real quick.
What is this one?
Coming on now.
What does this mean then? What does this mean? In person?
It means Zoom. In person means either they're going to be
Yeah.
here or they're going to be on
Oh,
Zoom.
is he here?
Hi.
Yes.
Oh, here it
Please
is.
identify
Can you hear me
yourself
now?
And
We got you.
just state your name and address for the board, please.
Yes, Ross, last name Haberman, Haberman.
Address?
164 Montrose Lane in Watermill.
Great. Now raise your right hand. And do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth with the knowledge of penalties for perjury?
Yes, sir.
Please address the board.
Thank you for taking the time to see me. I'm calling about a fine I got. A couple of months ago, I had my alarm go off. I got a call from the service bureau, and they said someone is breaking into your house. Would you like us to call the police? I said, yes, if someone's breaking in, please call the police. I think I let about 30 or 40 minutes pass, and I didn't hear anything back, and I was very, anxious to hear what happened because I don't usually get a break-in. But so I called the Southampton Police Department directly, and I gave them my name, the address, and I said, "Could you tell me the status of what happened?" And they said, "No, we're not allowed to do that. You have to call your servicer." So I hung up the phone. I called the servicer. Did this about 35, maybe 40 minutes after I got the initial call, and I told them to call the police. I called the servicer. They put me on hold. They said, we'll call you back. I don't know, 15, 20 minutes later, they called back and said, the police came. They could not get into your gate, and so they left. I have a little box when I guess I built the house about 10, 15 years ago. The insurance company made me put one of these alarm boxes on the gate. So all the police have to do, they should know this. They should know this is that they put on the alarm and the gate opens up automatically. They, for some reason, did not do that, and that's why I was objecting to pay the fine, because I think these guys should have known that the gate should have opened and they should have gone in. Sorry, sir, I'm sorry about that. And so they did not do that, and that's why I was objecting to the fee, because they came but they did not get in like they should have.
Was there a break-in?
So what ended up happening when I heard that the police did not get there, I called up my handyman. He came about an hour later, and there was no break-in. No. I guess, during the winter, I guess these motion detectors get set off by mice and so forth. But to answer your question, no, there was no break-in, according to my handyman who came about an hour later.
How do you guys feel about this?
So the fine is for the response itself. The officer still had to respond. That's still a resource that's tied up for X amount of time. So just so you're aware, the fine isn't whether you're dissatisfied with the performance of the officer or not. I don't take that as a reason to mitigate anything, but I will be open to what Ed's suggesting.
What you said about the thing at the gate, is the officer has to open that?
No, there's a little box connected to the right below the. There's a little box. It's called an alarm box or something that all the officers have to do. They put their alarm on, they put their siren on, and then it automatically opens up. It's both for police as well as fire. So if there's a fire or police and the gate's closed, they can automatically get in, because they don't know everyone's gate codes. And when I built the house, what's so crazy? The insurance company forced me to get this thing, as a way to get in.
Who's your insurance company?
Sorry.
Who's your insurance company?
Right today, it's Pure. I think when I built the house, it was AIG.
AIG and Pure. Okay, I've been doing this stuff for many, many years, and I have never heard of that. That is the first time I have ever heard of a sound sensitive box that'll open up the gates when it hears a siren. So
I never heard of it either, but they do exist.
I wish I relied. I'm happy to send you a picture of it.
Time?
What, sir?
So that gate doesn't open up all the time? Montrose
No.
Lane, the fire department and police are always making sirens.
No, they don't. But again, I'm happy to send you a picture of the little box that they forced me to get to. I wouldn't have gotten it otherwise,
I make a motion that zero it out.
okay, we have a motion on the floor to forgive the fine.
Second.
And bring your counter down to 0. I have a second by Mr. Edel. All in favor?
Aye.
You are.
I do appreciate your help. Thank you, sir, and I'll try not to make sure it happens again. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Montrose Lane, he's got. Bye.
All right.
Artificial
I love
intelligence.
having Tony here. He's great. Okay, Ocean View Terrace Hotel.
Not here.
Did they confirm today?
They confirm.
Okay, all right, let's hold it off just a little bit and then we'll come back to it, all right?
First time we're holding it off?
Yeah.
Back to 21.
Marshall Finkelstein.
Let's go back to 21.
Hi, please state your name and address on the record
Marcy Finkelstein, 258 Montauk Highway, Southampton.
and raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth with knowledge for penalties of perjury?
I do.
Please address the board.
I received these 2 fire alarm invoices from January. It turns out they're from the same night. We were having our gas heater system being decommissioned and then installed. Hardy took out all the water out of the house and shut the water.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. What kind of heating system?
It was a gas boiler.
Oh, I got you.
So they were putting in a new gas boiler system. And, so Hardy took certain precautions and they, Hardy Plumbing gave me some concept that they would be shutting off the water. It might get cold. So what happened that night, unbeknownst to me, is that we had absolutely no heat at all. And it went, temperatures went frigid. And so apparently there's a cold alarm in the house. And so it was not a false alarm. The house actually was cold. And so here we are paying Hardy for this hugely expensive system. You all have the invoice for that. And at 4 a.m, the cold alarm was triggered. And Pete Feeney showed up and said he lived nearby. I got some phone calls at like 3 a.m. and 4 a.m, and I was calling everybody. And Pete said, I live right nearby. Let me come back. And my plumber came out, who had the key, and together they were able to shut the cold alarm off. But, nobody expected it to get that cold. Nobody told me that the house would be without heat altogether. Obviously, I wasn't there that night. We would have frozen. But, it was just, so these 2 triggers were at the same night, and Pete was there, thank God. He was extremely helpful and wonderful, and he worked with my plumber, and they were able to shut it off. And the next day, of course, the new gas system was installed, and that's the story. So it wasn't really a false alarm, and it wasn't a fire, luckily, but it was cold. And I don't even think I was aware that we had a cold alarm, but now I am.
Okay, how do you guys feel about this?
Can I just ask a question?
Sure.
All right, so your invoices are for false fire alarms,
Right.
but yet the alarm was a cold alarm, a low temperature alarm, and not a fire alarm.
That's right.
How did your alarm company interconnect that to the fire alarm system?
ADT has it all on one system. They don't really explain that to me. They just, when I spoke with ADT the next day, they said your cold, your heat, and your fire are all set as one.
Okay, because
I was
a low temperature alarm is not a fire alarm, as you well know.
Yeah.
So I don't know where ADT is coming along connecting these all together unless they're figuring, oh, we'll let the fire department know. They'll get there first. That's not how it works.
Yeah, I don't even know. There was also a concept that night that the cold air, I was told 2 things. So the cold air, because the house was so cold, I think it was like 38, not only triggered the cold alarm, it might have triggered one of the smoke detectors, but nobody was really clear with that. To me, it was clear, like it made sense to me. It was a cold alarm, and how that triggered the firemen, I'm not sure. But it also could have been, they said, ADT, that the cold air could have also caused like a condensation that might have set off the smoke detector.
Cold temperatures will trigger a smoke detector. That's why they tell you in unheated spaces to put heat detectors. So that is the possibility. But if everything is interconnected, as you're saying, that's something ADT is going to have to separate.
I'll talk to them. But I think it could have been, now that you're saying that, maybe the cold triggered the smoke detector. But I was just shocked to hear that I had a cold alarm. I was also shocked to hear that Hardy didn't think about, because she spent a fortune putting that. I can't even believe a gas boiler cost that much. But, that day, they were preparing, and I was talking to them 100 times, make sure, you know how to get in and out, because we have certain fire doors, and, make sure you turn off all the water. And nobody said to me it would get so cold, you know. I mean, Hardee's must have done this hundreds of times. And
They
I
may
didn't-
not realize it either.
Yeah, but they could have, said that it's going to get so cold, we should probably put your house on test or,
Mhm.
but, you know.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, do I have a motion?
Yeah, I'll make the motion to forgive and set the count at 0.
I'll second it.
Okay, now, I'll be honest with you. You know, we haven't voted just yet, and we're gonna vote in a moment here, but what you're saying to me, what I'm hearing from you, okay, is I think, somebody either isn't telling you the truth or something's going on that maybe you don't understand. I'm not sure what it is, but, I do implore you to try and get a better handle on that so we don't end up in this situation again. All right?
I appreciate that. I don't ever expect my house to get cold again because I keep the house on 68 even when I'm not
Well,
there. So.
Anytime your house drops below 40 degrees, the low temperature alarm will sound. But it's not an urgent thing. It doesn't go to a police station. It doesn't go to a fire station. It doesn't do that. Okay, so if
the cold
ADT is telling you that, someone from ADT talk to somebody else, because that's not how it works.
Yeah, so the cold air might, from what this sir said, the cold air must have set off the smoke detector
The
too.
only time I've ever seen a smoke detector triggered by anything other than smoke has been with water.
Mhm.
Water can make that happen. But in any event, we have a motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we're good.
Thank you.
Thank you very kindly.
Thank you.
Leo Goldstein?
All right. Please identify yourself and state your address to the board.
Yeah, Leo Goldstein, 14 The Registry, East Quogue, New York, 11942.
And raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth with knowledge for penalties of perjury?
I do.
Please address the board.
Sure. What happened was it started early February, false alarm, I guess. And the bottom line is it was a faulty zone. And originally I thought the dog set it off, but no. I paid the first time, I think it was complimentary, the fine. And the second time I paid the $100. Third time I called up Sloman Security, and I said, what's going on? Can you bypass this zone somehow? They go, we could take care of it on our end. I go, thank you. So I thought they did, and then it happened again. And I honestly didn't know what was happening. And what happened was I got another false alarm a week ago this past Wednesday. And I said, listen, I'm going to end your service if you can't do something about this. So now they decided they come to my house to fix it. So I have a receipt from the work they did. But they had originally told me they could take care of it in-house. So that's where I stand.
Okay. Uncle will take a copy of that, okay?
Sure.
And you don't have to do it this second, but I'd like to do it. Can we get a motion on this?
Yeah, motion to forgive and count it to 0,
I'll second.
Okay, that's,
pending the submission of the.
yeah, pending submission of your
Documentation.
of your invoice. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Unless I don't need it. I'm done, right? Okay, yeah, I'll keep it. Sound good?
Lisa Wettinson?
Same thing. You're just going to identify yourself to the board and state your address.
Hi, my name is Evan Marks, 67 Strongs Lane, Watermill, 11976.
And your relationship to the person named? Great. Right hand up. Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth with knowledge of penalties for perjury?
I do.
Please address the board.
Thank you for hearing our appeal today. We've lived in this house for 25 years. We did a renovation starting in October of this past year, and it's a whole house renovation. In February, we got a notice that the alarm went off, and they called me. And very similar to the other gentleman, we have AT&T as our alarm company. They said, I said, please don't send the fire department. We're just doing work in the house. They said, by state law, we're required to. And I said, but we'll call back and we'll see if we can retrieve them. Well, that resulted in my first fine of $750 on February 14th. I sent in an appeal to the appeals process, and it was denied because it is, in fact, a false alarm. I don't dispute that. In June, the same thing happened. Well, before then, we've been having regular visits by our homeowners insurance company, Chubb, and they come every 3 months or so to make sure that the fire extinguishers are there and there's no smoking signs, and to make sure that what's important, that the fire alarm, burglar alarm, smoke detectors, and heat detectors are all on and operational. In June 13th, I got another false alarm. I got the same call from ADT. I said, please do not call the fire department. They're just doing, they're doing work in the house. It's sawdust and paint. They've been painting and sawing inside the house for months. I'm sorry, but we'll try to call them off. And again, the fire department, I was there, by the way, so I wasn't a remote in each of these cases. And then there was an additional fire alarm I don't even think I've been billed yet for in July, most recently for, I guess, which would be another $1,000. I find myself in a very similar situation to the other gentleman. 5 years ago, when you burned a piece of toast in the toaster oven and the alarm went off, the alarm company would call you and say, you give them the code word, and I would just say, it's just a piece of toast, no problem. And somewhere in the last 5 years, the law changed, and now what they say is, I'm sorry, but state law requires us to dispatch the police, the fire department. And that's whether it's a piece of toast, which happened on occasion in our house, or whether you're flambeing something in the kitchen, or alternatively, if the steam comes out of the shower and goes near the smoke detector in the master bedroom, the homeowner is not afforded the opportunity to say, hey, I'm here on premises, I can see that there is no fire. Please do not send the resources, but that has not been allowed. So I called my insurance company about this issue because in the response to my appeal, it said that the alarm must be put on test mode during construction. And the response from my insurance company, this is Chubb now, says, test mode is used to check the functionality of a false alarm system, fire alarm system, without triggering a full alarm response. When in test mode, the system may not send alerts to the central monitoring station or activate alarms throughout the building. It's typically used during maintenance to ensure the system is working correctly without causing unnecessary disruptions. And furthermore, they say, regarding Chubb's requirements, they mandate that centrally monitored smoke heat sensors must be operational throughout the construction period. So I'm required to keep them on and in operation and not in test mode. So I'm asking for some forbearance with regard to these fines. I've subsequently changed out the entire alarm system with the renovation, and I hired a new alarm company.
Who is your new alarm company, sir?
Iconic Security Alarms.
Iconic?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll entertain it. Anybody have questions?
I think we should mention, because Mr. Gold, I'm sorry. I didn't write your name down, sir, but.
Marks,
yes. You're saying that your point is that the companies are requiring no test mode is to be used even during construction. The alarm has to be
insurance
active.
company.
I would submit that if you're physically occupying as a fire watch for the construction day, I think they mean just don't turn it off and forget about it. I mean,
A couple of things. For you to turn around and call, just so you know, does the fire department know who you are? So they have no idea whether you're in the house trying to set the fire and calling the fire alarm, calling the fire department off. See what I'm saying?
Do they know who I am?
Right.
Yeah,
So
I'm
when
the
the alarm goes,
I'm the first person on the call list. That's who they call.
So when the fire department is activated, do they know who you are? If you turn around and call and say, I'm at the house, I'm the owner, they don't have to come. Do they really know who you are?
Are we talking about the fire department, or are you talking about the ADT
Both.
company?
Both.
I gave them my
Okay.
secret password,
So-
so I guess I've authenticated myself.
Well, to the alarm company, but the fire department has no idea who you are. So they don't know. You could have the code. Maybe somebody overheard you say it. You know, the fire department's still going to come regardless.
Right.
All right. As far as the insurance companies are going to, and we have seen this over the years, they're going to tell you what they are going to do and not do, what they're going to allow and not allow. We have had houses that have caught fire where the individuals have gotten 0 because they did not pay attention to what the insurance companies wanted.
Exactly right.
So for somebody, the larger insurance companies like Chubb, Pure, and a few of the other ones like that, where I'm sure that you have a long list of requirements from Chubb, water monitoring, water flow, temperature, alarms, burglar, fire, you know, and they turn around and govern to you what you're going to do and not do. So the code comes to a certain extent and the insurance companies go further. So yes, that is.
So it puts people like me in a very difficult catch-22. The insurance company says you must have it. The municipality sends me a letter, says you must put your system in test mode. ADT says we cannot not call the fire department when we get a smoke detector, and then there's a false alarm. So there's this very vicious catch-22 that's going on here, and I certainly recognize the waste of resources. But, you know, as I said before, a few years ago, the law changed. It used to be they would call the homeowner first, and you would say, don't worry, it was just a piece of toast or just steam. And now they've stopped that. And that concept or that state law juxtaposition to the fines creates an enormous inequity, in my opinion.
So the municipality is not going to tell you to put it on test mode. We're going to make suggestions to you on how to compensate for that, such as there are covers that can go onto the smoke detectors to turn around and prohibit or at least inhibit any dust or anything else getting into the detectors. The detector is still active, the alarm system is still active, it's still going to transmit an alarm if needed. But wherever the individuals are working, you can turn around and probably cover those detectors. The other thing also is to make sure that the contractors have adequate ventilation. Some of the things that are detrimental during construction, obviously, like you know, is sawdust, paint dust, spackle dust, stuff like that. You know.
Set it off. Yeah.
Yep. So you know, and it should be your contractors should make sure that they have adequate ventilation, even if it takes sticking a box fan on the window and turn around and suck the air out as they're doing what their work is.
Any particulate can set it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But as I said before, you know, it used to be where they would call you and say, there's there's something going on at the house. You'd give them the code word. You'd say no problem, and the law changed, and now we're in this very difficult pickle where there's no. I can't do anything. In other words, there's a machine detecting something. There's a call that goes out that I answer, and I answer all the time. It wasn't like I wasn't answering or wasn't at the house. I do what I'm supposed to do. I give them the password. They say, and they send the resources out, and then the fines mount up. And I've done the best that I can with regard to. In the past, it was cooking. You know, in the past, it was toast and cooking on the stove or steam, which again at that time you were able to tell them, don't worry about it, to the alarm company, and they wouldn't dispatch your resources. Right. Now that the law's changed, it's a very complex and impossible situation for a homeowner right now to be in. I can't do anything not to get fined. I'm sorry, you know. So I'd ask for your forbearance on this issue.
I'll entertain a motion.
This is a tough one, but the fact is, he did make an attempt to have it put on a proper mode. The insurance company wouldn't let him do it, and he knows now what to do in the future should any work be done on it. So I'm gonna recommend that we waive it.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay.
And set the counter back.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. 760 Montauk Highway. Richard Ross.
Jane Ross.
Okay.
Your name.
Just state your address as well.
Jane Ross, 18 Horse Mill Lane, Watermill 11976.
Great. And please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth with knowledge of penalties of perjury?
Yes, I do.
Please address the board.
So this fine is for a second alarm. The first time the alarm went off, we were in the house. They called, and it registered as living room. We went, we checked everything. There was nothing there, and that was the end of it. The alarm went off a second time, apparently when we were not in the house. And when the alarm company called, we told them there was no problem. It was the living room again, that they should not send anybody to the house. I actually did try to call the police department to follow up. The alarm company said they would try. The police told me that they could not give me any information. And that was the end of it until some months later. I would say April or May, we actually got the invoice for this fine, which indicated that they had sent somebody out. When I read the instructions, it was clear that it was way past the 30 days of the invoice, but that was the first time that we received any paperwork about this alarm. I did try to contact the number on there. I got no response initially. When we went to the house, we checked everything out. What we ended up discovering is that the covering over one of the basement well windows had a hole. And this is John Halsey's old house, so we have farms around us. A cat was coming in and out of that hole, which we subsequently boarded up. And we've not had any problems since that time.
These are fire alarms.
Listen, our records indicate these are fire alarms.
That's
Fire
it.
alarm. It was a police
I
alarm.
hope the cat stayed warm, that's all.
Sorry, it was a
Fire
police
alarm.
alarm.
Yeah, our records all, these are all fire
These are
alarms.
all fire alarms.
You're looking at
It says
No,
police alarm.
you're,
760.
it's Ross, this is Ross.
This is Ross.
Oh, Ross. Oh,
They weren't here.
I thought you said Montauk.
Yeah, Montauk Highway.
Vodafone, all right.
Okay,
All right.
now we got it right.
Yeah.
Did you get rid of the cat?
My husband shooed it out and went back to to John's house.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. Do I have a motion?
Motion to forgive, counted to 0.
I'll second it.
Okay, that's Jason and
Thank you very
Bob.
much.
Talk to the cat.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
760, then what you told me didn't show up. Okay.
Yeah, we're circling back to that.
Look, what are you doing with 760?
Yeah.
What are you doing with them?
760?
We hold them over?
Hold them over.
Well, you know what, I just wanted to hit Michelle Hart, and then we'll circle back.
We'll go back, okay. The same problem I had.
So please identify yourself to the board and state your address for the record.
Mitchell Hart, not Michelle, 11 Sweetgrass Road.
And raise your right hand.
Sorry. My apologies, Mitchell.
You swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth with knowledge of penalties of perjury. Please address the board.
Good morning. Thank you for hearing the appeal. I did not use toast. It was fish. That was the first offense, and I was forgiven for it. The second one was getting the floors scraped, and I was not aware that you had to cover them or call in a test mode. I was told by the fire department, interestingly enough, that it should have been put in test mode, not cover the covers. But that being said, I'm just asking for a reduction. I am a senior citizen as well as my wife, and we're on a fixed income, and we're just asking for a reduction. Obviously, it was it was our job to find this out, and we didn't. So I'm just asking for a reduction.
So you've come to this board before, Mr. Hart?
No,
This is your first time?
this is my first time.
Okay. Do I have a motion, gentlemen?
Motion to forgive, counted to 0.
I'll second. Okay.
Thank you very
All in
much.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. We'll go back to 7.
Just give me a moment, please. Okay, Ocean View Terrace Hotel, anybody for that? All right, we're gonna put, we'll put Ocean View on for next meeting, okay?
Yep.
760 Montauk Highway. Let's also put that one on for
The next meeting.
next meeting. All right? Now, these are the administrative reviews.
I believe there's somebody here from those two.
Okay, who do we have?
We have Doris Dacus and Kathy Matsakis.
Okay, let's go with Doris, please.
And just step up and identify yourself and state your address to the board, please.
Doris Sanders Dacus, 24 Glide Avenue, Riverhead, New York.
Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth with the knowledge of penalties for perjury?
I do.
Please address the board.
Hi. My name, on the last time I got this, I can't remember the date, the last $400 notice was Sunday afternoon. I had come home from church and I had sauteed some chicken earlier and I decided to cook it in the air fryer because it was quicker. And by doing so, the air fryer the smoke went off, too much smoke with too much oil on the chicken. And the alarm went off. And the ADT called and I told them that it was just the air fryer. It was okay not to send anybody. Next thing I know, the fire department was there. I didn't see a policeman, but the fire department came and I explained to them that it was just the smoke in the house. But they said, well, we'll come in anyway, and they just blew out the smoke. But he said, and I said, I don't want to be billed because I had a $100 fine from before, and that was, I think it was forgiven because it was in 21 or 22 when my husband had first came home from the hospital, and he was diagnosed with Lewy body dementia, and he tried to open the door, and the alarm went off. So that was something I could not help. And so I'm a senior too, and on a fixed income. And I would appreciate a forgiveness because I really didn't expect the fire department to come, and I had said to ADT, please don't come. But as I've heard before, they're saying that once ADT send the fire department, you can't do anything, you can't retract it. So I'm very sorry, and I'm just asking for forgiveness for this.
As far as I'm concerned, there was smoke.
Yeah,
And the alarm did its
it
job.
wasn't a false
Yeah,
alarm.
so I'm going to recommend we waive it and set the contract, counterback.
You got a second on that?
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
So is it a zero balance?
Zero, yep.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Who else do we have in there? I'm sorry.
Kathy Matsakis.
Which one is this?
Second up at
yeah.
the bottom, right there. Please identify yourself and state your address for the record.
Hi, I'm Kathy Mortsakis. I live at 15 Cheviot Road.
And please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth with knowledge of penalties for perjury?
Yes.
Please address the board.
On June 29th, at 10 to 4 in the morning, my doorbell rang. I was astounded, to say the least, and I wouldn't answer the door because I was actually afraid to answer the door. I went on my Ring to see who was at the door, and it was a policeman. And I was still afraid because an incident happened not too long ago where a policeman went to the door with the lights and all, and he shot the people dead. So I was very frightened, to say the least, at 10 to 4 in the morning. I finally saw the fire engines coming, and I felt a little better. And I said to him, to the policeman through the door now, through the ring, I said, you have to understand I'm afraid to open the door. He said, no, there's smoke in your house. Smoke? So I opened up the door. I said, there's no smoke in my house. He said, well, we got a phone call that there is smoke in your house, an alarm. Then the fireman came, and he said the same thing. He said, there's got to be a fire somewhere. I said, please come in. And the only place I haven't checked or looked was downstairs. Please come in and look. There was nothing. Absolutely nothing. So then my alarm people, Peconic, they called me and they said they don't understand it because you didn't call. The alarm did not go off in the house. Something's wrong. I don't know. I mean, I have no idea how these things work, right? So anyway, he found out that ADT supposedly called the town.
You gave him a wrong address.
I don't have ADT. I never have. And so then he called ADT, and they said, we never called. Never called. The town says that ADT called to report a smoke or something at 15 Chevy. No, we never did that. And they looked into the records. It wasn't just an operator saying, no, we didn't do it. They looked into, no, there's no record of calling. Now I'm getting an invoice. I mean, it's zero, but it's still.
Well, it's your one freebie.
Yeah, my one freebie. I'd like it back.
Do I have a motion to restore the freebie?
I'll make a motion.
All right.
My concern is this could happen again. Because the alarm people said to me, do you know of anybody that would do this to you? I said, no. I have no idea. Why would anybody do that? He said, please notify them because it may be somebody trying to get to the fire department or the police department.
Ma'am, just for curiosity, did you receive any documentation or did you reach out to the police department to get, did you reach out to the police department to get maybe the field report or the CC number for the case?
I'm going to do that. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't think, I would suspect we're not gonna need that today, but for your records, you might wanna get that from them, keep that.
You could file a FOIL request.
I'm sorry?
You could file a FOIL request for that. You don't have to physically go there.
I can file a what?
FOIL. If you want to stop at the CAC office downstairs on your way out, they can help you with that.
Oh, okay. And what did you call it?
FOIL, Freedom of Information.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Very good.
I missed the motion, but yes, I'm in favor.
Somebody's calling it Fox.
Very good.
Yeah. All right, lucky.
Doesn't the alarm company, or somebody can't call the fire department and say, well, they can, say that I see smoke, they could do that. But normally, the alarm company triggers the fire
Well,
department.
it went through the alarm company. That's,
She said the alarm company, but
Yeah.
she doesn't have
Our
one.
alarm company. Yeah.
Last time her alarm company called us and I talked to them and they were like, we never sent over there anybody, different alarm company sent somebody.
okay, yeah, no, there's, I'm not questioning any of that right now.
Swatting.
Stan Rubinoff. We know what the situation is with that one?
These are administrative, all of them.
Let's see. Let me get to the right one here. Let's blow through these, gentlemen. Rubinoff, we have, he's appealing. It's a $400 alarm from 117. Okay, we have a CAD report. They said the alarm was cleared upon whenever they got there by Land Officer Turner. And then, what do we want to do here, gentlemen?
The explanation doesn't say what happened.
You want more information on this?
Yeah, Edwin, it says the fire alarm was cleared by the fire department. How do we interpret that? It was cleared.
They
Does that
shut
mean
it
they
off.
did something, or they didn't find something, or they just?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this might have been a burnt toast number.
Yeah, well, in that particular case, then I'd say we waive it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It gets ugly if I don't do this. I'm sorry. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
No, you don't have a second yet.
No, we had a second. Yeah, we need a second.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Second.
0.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay. Susan Smith. Okay, this is the first alarm over in Flanders.
Hampton Bays.
Oh, is it?
Hampton Bays, yeah.
Hampton Bays.
All right.
First alarm. First alarm, right?
Yeah.
Make a
Yeah,
motion.
first one.
Huh?
Yeah, it's first one.
Make a motion to 0.
Okay, this was an accidental.
Yeah, and it was a set off. Now I'll second it.
All right. All in favor? All right, this is
Aricus?
Aricus.
Yeah, this was a smoke condition.
Who?
It was a smoke condition from cooking.
Okay.
So I'm gonna suggest that we waive it.
Okay, we have a second.
What do you mean, smoke?
Yeah, set off from cooking.
For cooking?
Set off the alarm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
This is Ellen Bach and Charles Bach.
Yeah, this was set off accidentally. 78-year-old woman there.
Okay, all right. I have is that a motion?
I'll make a motion that we waive it.
Do I have a second?
Yeah, she made an attempt to turn it off and couldn't get to it fast enough. I'd rather that she not go climbing around on ladders trying to move too quickly at 78.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
right. Kimberly Kokerbeck.
Who? Kokebeck. Kimberly?
Oh, here it is. Oh,
The explanation didn't identify why it went off.
That's another accident.
Yeah.
I have a motion on this one?
I'll make it.
All right,
We
second.
waive it. Set the counter back. Yeah, I waive. There is nothing to waive, but set the counter back.
Do I have a second on this?
Second.
Counter back, right.
Just need to vote on that one.
All in favor?
You didn't have a vote?
All in favor?
There we go. There you go. Aye.
Aye. Okay. Thanks. All right, P&G Realty Holding LLC. This looks like another accidental trigger. I'll make the motion that we forgive the fine and
I'll
bring
second
it back to zero.
I'll second it, yeah.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Passes. Okay.
Phyllis Richter.
Phyllis Richter.
Yeah, this one sounds like an alarm company problem.
I got the letter from the alarm company after I sent all those packets. So I have the letter from the alarm company.
And what does it say?
On May 7th, alarm occurred on the premises named above. It was determined due to service issues, police were dispatched. The alarm monoxide occurred. This due was to a service issue.
Yeah.
The CO. The CO probably out of date.
Yep.
Okay. I'll make the motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second that one.
All right.
Yeah, it was a
All in
problem.
favor?
Aye.
John Garibaldi.
All right, the homeowner says that one of the doors was ajar, but yet the police report says everything was secure, there was no problem.
Well, these are police alarms, and
This is a police
what set it
alarm.
off was inside the house. No perimeters were breached. So I'll make the motion that we. It sounds like a dog to me when they were in the stay mode. I'll make the motion. Anybody second that?
I'll second it.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Thank you.
Everybody on that?
Is there, I don't know if I got enough eyes there.
Aye.
All right. I feel better now.
So we're having dog and cat problems today.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yep. Yep. And we, we're very. Go. And here we go.
Good luck with this one.
Okay. What do you want to do for Joe here?
Well, apparently it was dust that set it off. So we're dealing with that same problem with construction in the house. So I'll make a motion that we waive it on that basis.
Okay, I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
right along. We already took care of Mitchell Hart.
Moving to there you go.
We could do Ocean View Terrace Motel.
This one, I don't have any information.
We're put that off to
Next month.
till next meeting.
Okay.
So now we're into the licensing review portion. Is there anybody else here for alarms that we didn't hit? Okay. First on the agenda is Callis versus MWS Asset Management. Matthew Sumner, you're here. Please come up.
We have the movement. We have the movement as well, or not? Okay.
Gentlemen, have a good day.
John, good to see you.
Just to be clear, nobody here for Kalos? Okay, respondent only.
I'm sorry, there seems to be someone on Zoom. I don't know if they're the other person.
Let's see who that is. We usually want to hear from the movement first.
This is Brian Burson. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. My name is Brian Burson of the Burson Firm PC. I am an attorney. My clients are Benjamin Kalos and Irene Kalos. My firm is located at 3 Bryans Court, West Islip, New York, 11795. And my clients, Benjamin Kalos and Irene Kalos, had owned, at the time that the work was performed, 27 Norwood Road in Hampton Bays. They had hired MWS Asset Management, which is a contracting company. Its principal is Matthew Somer. And MWS damaged the hardwood floors, washer, dryer, and 5 interior doors of the Kalos' home in Hampton Bays. MWS left the job. Then MWS sued the Kalos' in Supreme Court. The index number is 623175/2023. It was a case in Supreme Court, Suffolk. And we moved to dismiss. I, on behalf of the Kalos, moved to dismiss. The motion to dismiss was granted because MWS did not have a home improvement business license from Southampton, which is required under Town Code Section 143-2, and did not have a Suffolk County plumbing or electric license. MWS subsequently applied for and received license number L006644, but it was after it had performed the work, which was not performed to workmanlike standards. MWS argued that the Kalos' were real estate developers, which they are not, and argued that they are not consumers, which they are. And Supreme Court held that based under New York law that came out of New York Court of Appeals and the statutes, that it's the contractor that has to have proper licensure, which they did not, and that the onus is on the contractor to comply with licensing requirements, which was not done. And my clients, the Kalos', what they want is restitution. And they filed this complaint with regard to MWS, and that's why we're here.
So, counsel, this board has no jurisdiction with respect to restitution. This board can take no action, can issue a written warning, essentially, suspend, or revoke. Are you asking for any of those things today?
Well, I believe that's what my clients have asked for. But as I said, we had made an offer to settle with MWS, which did not occur. So whatever the consequences are for MWS, that's for the board to determine.
Well, so we need you to ask this board what you want them to do. What's the relief you're requesting, counselor?
You said it was a revocation or
They
what?
can take no action, issue a written warning, suspend, or revoke.
Okay, but Sean, was the contractor fined by ordinance
Well, so
for not operating without a license?
I don't know about that offhand. So this board's jurisdiction,
I
though,
know,
is-
I know what the jurisdiction is. I know what it is.
so we'll hear from their counsel as well.
I just was asking if.
Yeah, I have no personal knowledge, but we want a clear
They are
ask of this
saying-
board and a response to that ask.
You said you made a settlement?
No, we tried to settle, and we made an offer that my clients would receive restitution, and we would take no position with regard to what this board would do. But that was rejected, and then MWS's counsel submitted papers to make an argument to the board.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
What do you want us to do? Do you want us to
We know what he
revoke
wants.
the license, suspend it, or do nothing?
He knows what he wants.
Well, again, it was never. I'm not trying to interfere with someone's ability to make a living here. My clients were not interested in that specifically, but nonetheless, we felt that they were wronged by the fact that the work was not done properly, and the fact that the contractor was operating without a license. And it was obvious he didn't have a license, because after the work was done, then he applied for the license, which is not the proper way in which to do things. But I guess if the board has discretion to take some sort of remedial action, we were not going to take a position specifically about what should be done to the person's license.
Is this?
If this board feels that suspension or revocation is proper, but otherwise, like I said, my clients were mainly interested in moving on with their lives and getting restitution. But again, you can't give restitution specifically.
Let's hear from.
Any other statements, counsel?
Not at this time.
Okay. We have counsel for MWS.
Yes, that's correct.
Please give your appearance to the record and address the board.
Drew Gewertz, GEWUERZ, PO Box 73931, Wantagh, New York 11793. Good morning to you all. I'm actually not sure where to start after hearing Mr. Burson. He hasn't actually taken a position, so we're here today because the complaint was filed. The complaint is now, after Mr. Burson is presumably done, not supported by any actual evidence. It's merely allegations. Mr. Burson is not taking a position as to the licensure of MWS, so I'm not particularly sure what I have to do to rebut a non-position. We are prepared to go here. We submitted on Thursday of last week to this board a 13-page pre-hearing brief with subsequent documentation attached to that. We are prepared to present testimony, additional documentation, evidence, defending MWS Asset Management. But as I stand here right now, I'm not even sure whether we need to, because there should be a directed verdict here. The Calluses have not appeared. I believe it's the 5th hearing date. They've sent their attorney on, I think, 2 occasions. The other occasions, Mr. Sommer took off from work. He showed up. He was ready to go forward, and it was adjourned. So we're now here on the 5th time. The 5th time, I was hoping that the Calluses would participate so that Mr. Sommer could have his due process rights. He could confront the witnesses. They're not here. Mr. Burson is here in their stead. There is no case to defend against, gentlemen. I'm happy to put on a case. I don't think that the scenario warrants it at this moment, but I leave that in the discretion of the board. If the board would like us to present our defense, we are prepared to go forward with it.
Okay, I think we have enough to work with now.
Okay. Thank you very much.
May I respond to that?
I'm sorry, sir?
If I just may respond, because I believe certain things that were mentioned are not accurate. I believe that the adjournments were administrative in nature, because I was not notified of a previous scheduling of this matter. And with regard to evidentiary issues, we never reached an evidentiary stage in Supreme Court, because the first thing that I did was I filed a motion to dismiss. The law says that if the plaintiff in that case does not have a license, then the case does not move forward. There's a statute where you have to actually cite the license number. He didn't have a license number to cite, so I moved to dismiss. Now, evidence was submitted to Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court says that if you present evidence, they'll look at it, and they did, and they said that based on the date of the work being performed and the date that the license was dated, which was afterwards, that therefore the work could not have been licensed properly, and it wasn't. Therefore, my clients won on the motion to dismiss, and the case was dismissed out of Supreme Court. This matter was submitted contemporaneously to the town of Southampton, and that's why it's in front of you today. Now, if my integrity is going to be questioned here, or my competence is going to be questioned, then I will take the position that his license should be revoked.
If I may respond?
Okay, we'll put that up for a vote. We'll put that up for a vote.
He wants to respond.
Well, I just want to assure Mr. Burson, I'm not questioning his integrity. I'm just pointing out the fact that there were prior hearing dates. He probably wasn't noticed because there was no notice of appearance filed on the complaint itself. All I can say is that Mr. Sommer was here on numerous occasions. I'm not questioning his competency. I'm merely stating that the burden of proof in this administrative hearing is to prove their case. They're witnesses to the alleged violations. They have to prove that by either a preponderance of the evidence or clear convincing evidence based on this board's standard. I apologize to Mr. Burson if that's his takeaway from this. I'm certainly not trying to denigrate him in any way, shape, or form.
With regard to the evidence, work was performed on a date and the license was obtained after that date. And the town code section 143-2 says that you have to have the license before the work is done. So as a matter of chronology, the record speaks for itself.
Okay, I don't want to hold this over, gentlemen. I don't want to do it. All right, we've been marching down this road for quite some time. Okay, I'm gonna take a vote. All right, who votes that we do a sanction here?
So first make a motion, and if there's a second, then you can vote.
We'll make a motion that they be sanctioned.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Is that three of us?
Aye.
There's three of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
That motion passes. Okay, that we're going to write a letter of sanction.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sodoloff versus home remodeling by First Impressions, Inc. We have anybody here from those? All right. James Araxio versus Swim King Pools.
If you just want to give your appearance, this was on for decision today. I'm not sure what else the board's inquiring for.
I think we can move forward.
Looking for financial interest.
Also, you have jurisdiction over the license, not jurisdiction over the rest.
We decided.
That's what they.
Yeah, I think we put it over just to.
You're on for determination today is what this was counting for.
No, we put it over.
I know we put it
Do
over
we
to
have
today.
both sides present?
Yes.
Okay. So is the board inclined to hear anything else or render a decision?
Okay, do I have a motion?
What's the motion?
It's either up to you to make it or I'll make one if necessary.
About the license.
License, I thought we were gonna just sanction him.
I'd like to make a motion to sanction Swim King. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. We just voted on sanctioning Yes.
Yeah.
Letter of sanction. Okay, and Buzz versus Cinco Construction. Okay.
Excuse me, letter of sanction? I'm not quite,
We had requested
replicate suspension.
When we appeared the last time, I
Well,
was asked.
so that was a final determination of the board. You cannot make a statement. Your relief from here would be an Article 78 proceeding in a court.
Clarification on what that means, because when we were here the last time, we were told that there couldn't be restitution because you folks don't do that, which we understood. And we were given a choice. Do you want to do nothing? Do you want to suspend? Do you want to request revocation?
Right, that's the relief you're asking the board for. This board just voted for a warning letter to go out, a sanction letter.
Okay.
So that's the final determination of the board today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And you are the movant, sir?
Excuse me, I'm Michael Baus.
Okay. Name and address on the record, please.
Michael Baus, 3 Birchwood Lane, East Quogue, New York.
You swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth with knowledge of penalties of perjury.
I do.
Please address the board.
Okay, so this is actually my 4th time here for the same situation. Last time, you guys voted to, if I'm correct, temporarily suspend their license. They have not responded to all 4 times, except I believe the first time they told you, the attorney, that we were in litigation with them, me being the homeowner. That was complete lie. There is no litigation. We've never filed anything civilly with them. There's an ongoing criminal investigation with the Southampton Town Police against them. There is other cases, another lady, our neighbor, who was taken by the same company for $15,000. I think today, you guys were gonna, if I'm correct here, you guys were gonna vote because we were still asking for a final revocation of their permit in Southampton Town. I gave you all the booklets and the facts last time we were here. And I was just wondering if they had responded to that, because I believe you were going to reach out one final time for them, since again, this is the 4th time, and they have not responded.
I don't have any kind of response.
We're ready to vote, sir.
Okay.
Nobody here for a respondent?
I make a motion.
Somebody's here
to revoke
today.
the license.
Second. We have a.
I
we
make
have
a motion we
and a
revoke his
second
license.
On that? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
License is revoked, sir.
Thank you, appreciate that. Have a good day.
Okay, now let's go to Reichenberger versus Elliston.
We'll call the other one too.
I'm sorry?
Blau, you didn't call? You just suspended on Blau.
Okay, Blau
Yeah.
versus Cinco.
Right, I recommend you obviously take a consistent action, but you need a second,
Okay,
second
all right.
vote.
I'll make a.
Yeah, I'll make the same motion for, Psycho.
So the movement wants to be heard, I guess?
Would you like to be heard?
My apologies.
I just want to comment,
You,
yes.
you have to comment
Sure.
from up here,
Sure, something is clear.
and we'll just need your name and address.
Sure. My name is Mary Jane Blau, and we live at 4 Baycrest Avenue, East Quogue.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth with knowledge of penalties for perjury?
I do.
Now address the board.
Okay. I just want to make sure that it's clear that the Cinco construction company that took advantage of us for $15,000 and also ripped off Michael for a lot more money, they changed the name of their construction company. So it's SAR Construction, but they're still using the same licensing from Cinco. So I just wanted to document that somewhere.
Of the Southampton Town? That license is of the Southampton Town?
I think
We
so.
just revoked that license.
Well, right.
So they can't use it anymore.
So that number won't be able to be
Once-
used anywhere,
No,
not even in another name.
No, they could change the name, but the license number is revoked. So
Okay.
As of like 7
the only thing
seconds
that could
ago.
happen now is they apply for a
new
new
license.
license under a different name.
Right.
Would still
And
be denied on that.
that's what you gotta keep an eye on.
Real quick question, to that point, if they apply under a new business name, are they revoked under their personal name, Frederick Singer or Cinco? If
So-
they come back with a new company, can they apply or does it go?
So to answer hypothetically, no one's revoked yet of anything, but an applicant has to disclose any prior revocations under any personal names or trade names. So a prior revocation would be a de facto denial in an application. You're welcome.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So it's going to be revoked forever?
Well, I'm
Yes,
going to restate my motion to
As
revoke.
of today.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Good.
Well, it was already suspended.
All right.
Yeah, he's not doing it.
Now he's gone.
He's gone.
Reichenberg, Ellison.
So we have moving and respondent. Anybody for moving?
I'm sorry?
Anyone for the movement here?
Anybody on Zoom? Anybody on Zoom?
Nobody's here.
No?
Nope, apparently not.
Okay. You have anything to say, Kevin?
I do not. Just here for judgment.
All right.
Okay. So we won't swear you in then.
Would you like to make a motion?
I don't wanna make a motion, no. I don't believe we should sanction.
Okay.
I kind of agree.
So make a motion for what you do want to do.
I make a motion that we close the case.
You can take no action.
I have a motion and a second to take no action. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Board. I appreciate it.
Only reason I changed it. Get up with my kid.
So always just make your motion in the affirmative, not a negative.
I know that. I know the procedure. I just, anyway, who's taking recyclables?
And what are you folks here for?
Okay.
Who?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Barbara Shalera, it was a matter, Thomas James. Thomas James Design. I guess it's.
Let me see what you have. Okay, it's not on today's agenda.
What's that?
I'm sure glad John left. I knew it.
So, he's got a letter scheduling something for today, but this matter is not on the agenda.
That's it.
It's on your list?
Let's find out about
You have
this
something for
first.
it? To hand out to the board?
You're the boss.
So she has a scheduling letter, but this item is not on the agenda for some reason.
Are any of you other folks here for something different, or you just?
Those are our two.
Come in and get out of there.
Okay.
They're like, no, let's get out.
What's that?
I have the one copy that's part of the decision.
The incoming complaint? Okay, let's take a look.
I can give you a few minutes.
I'll be right back.
All right.
I gotta hit the head.
Do you want to put it over?
Then I can
since
tell
we
you
don't
our
have
said
one?
tell.
What is it?
It's a new complaint, but we only have one party here.
They have to put it over.
Well, it's your, well, you have a quorum still.
It's one party here. The other party's not here.
You have a
No,
quorum,
no,
Tony, it's
we-
okay.
Huh? Okay, I think we should hold it over.
All right.
Okay.
I mean,
You wanna
I'll
take,
make a
yeah, let
motion.
me take a look at what we
you go.
have here.
I make a motion, we hold it over.
Even better.
Sorry.
I'll second it.
Okay.
Yeah, because then we can have the whole hearing.
What am I looking at here?
So the new
Oh,
complaint.
I see it, I see it, I see it.
Yeah.
So typically, first time on, the board will grant an adjournment when a party's not present. You'll get a notice rescheduling this. We try to have both parties here.
Yeah, this is a,
I could tell you with 100% certainty that you'll probably never see him.
Okay, we still have to give people the chance.
yeah.
We still have to give him his due
The
process.
letter that I have, he was CC'd on it. He knows about the hearing today.
Yeah, the board just voted to put it over, so.
Okay. Can I have my letter back? Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Man, we hear what you're saying. We just err on the side of caution and make sure we're fair to everybody.
I took off a whole day from
I
work,
understand.
and this, I made this complaint in May.
I understand.
It's,
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
Okay. Let's run that back up to her. Run that.
Oh, you missed it. You missed it, sorry.
What?
You missed it.
She was not happy about that.
Well. The other party was never notified.
I just said it was Tony's fault.
It's my fault.
Yeah.
You blame
She went to find, she went to go see it. She went to go find
Yeah,
you.
we're still on.
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay,
Okay,
in the meeting.
all right.
Second.
You want, let's go for an adjournment.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right, we can shut that tape off.
Okay, well,